Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Certainly. Opening a GitHub repository in Visual Studio Code, VS Code, can enhance your coding experience by allowing you to utilize the powerful features of VS Code for editing, debugging, and version control. Below is a step-by-step tutorial on how to open a GitHub repository in VS Code, complete with code examples. Step 1. Install Visual Studio Code. If you haven't already installed VS Code, download it from the official website, https://code.visualstudio.com. Step 2. Install Git. Ensure you have Git installed on your machine. You can download it from the Git website, https://git-scm.com. After installation, you can verify it by running the following command in your terminal or command prompt. Step 3. Open a web browser and navigate to GitHub. 1. Open your web browser. 2. Navigate to GitHub, https://github.com, and locate the repository you want to work with. For this example, let's say you want to clone a repository called example repo. Step 4. Clone the repository. 1. On the repository page, click on the green code button. 2. Copy the HTTPS URL, example https://github.com/username/examplerepo.git. 3. Open your terminal or command prompt. 4. Navigate to the directory where you want to clone the repository. For example. 5. Clone the repository using the following command. Replace https://github.com/username/examplerepo.git with the URL you copied. Step 5. Open the cloned repository in Visual Studio Code. 1. With the terminal still open and pointing to the cloned repository, run the command. This command changes the directory to example repo and opens it in VS Code. The code command is used to open the current directory in Visual Studio Code. 2. Alternatively, if you are not in the terminal, you can open VS Code and use the following method. Click on File in the menu bar. Select Open Folder. Navigate to the cloned repository folder and select it. Step 6. Install recommended extensions. VS Code supports a variety of extensions that can enhance your coding experience. Some recommended extensions for GitHub repositories include 1. GitLens provides powerful Git capabilities. 2. Prettier, an opinionated code formatter. 3. ESLint, for JavaScript linting. You can install extensions by clicking on the extensions view icon on the sidebar or by pressing Ctrl+Shift+X, or CMD+Shift+X on Mac OS. Step 7. Make changes and commit. Now that you have the repository open in VS Code, you can start making changes. 1. Edit files as needed. 2. Save your changes. 3. To commit your changes, open the source control view by clicking on the source control icon in the activity bar on the side. 4. You will see a list of changed files. Enter a commit message in the text box and click on the checkmark to commit changes. Step 8. Push changes to GitHub. Once you have committed your changes, you can push them to the GitHub repository. 1. Open the terminal in VS Code. You can use the shortcut Ctrl+. 2. Run the following command. Replace main with the appropriate branch name if different. Summary. You have successfully opened a GitHub repository in Visual Studio Code, made changes, committed those changes, and pushed them back to GitHub. This workflow streamlines your development process and allows you to utilize the powerful features of VS Code. Additional resources. Visual Studio Code documentation, https://code.visuals2dio.com/docs. GitHub documentation, https://docs.github.com/n. Feel free to ask if you have any questions or need further assistance.